Hey guys, it's just Lord Netsu here, and today I'm gonna be doing what if Deku learned all the elements, and basically, yeah. Basically, the way Zeus can learn the elements is the original way. So yeah. And I'm just saying, anyone that is outside the Avatar worlds can easily do it. For some reason. Just gonna say that. So yeah. And basically, yeah, Zuko is for some reason, ever since he was born, so once he started talking, he was like a very wise person. And by how wise he is, basically as wise as Uncle Iroh from the show. So yeah, that's how wise he was as soon as he was able to talk. So yeah, when he got to 4 years old, he pretty much his parents taught him as much as possible. So yeah. Yeah, Sashi and Ingo still stayed with him. And when he was 4, he felt Suku and Hisashi were heading home after they found out that their son was quirkless. Then a villain attack happened. While they were driving home, they got caught in an attack by villains. And basically they got caught in the middle of it. And yeah, sadly they died. But for some reason, yeah, basically Zuko just, yeah, like before the commercial car. Okay, basically I'm just gonna say this. Pretty much all the elements OG masters, pretty much the animal sets that's first used the elements. One of them was watching over Izuku, or watching over the parents and Izuku, and yes, a creature couldn't get to. Actually, no, I'm just gonna say it. It's a flying bison. Yeah. And basically, this flying bison pretty much helped. Like, the flying bison couldn't get to Izuku's parents, but he was able to get to Izuku because, yeah, pretty much, he put Izuku in an air bubble to where he would be perfectly safe. Yeah, then the air bison would just pretty much use wind to open the door. Well, actually, just break the door off and pretty much bring the baby towards him. Yeah, this bison is a hit. And yeah, Zuko does know about heroes, but he doesn't care about them. He just thinks being a hero is a waste of time. So yeah. And the only one he likes the most is Aizawa. So yeah. He's heard of him, but he's never seen anything about him, which he likes. Because not having that much knowledge on someone is a good thing for the actual person, because that gives them an advantage, while it gives a person that's trying to research on them a disadvantage. So yeah, and when Zuko sees the flying bison, all Zuko just does is goes like, when he sees the bison, he just thinks, a bison? Yeah, Zuko just thinks a bison, but and it's a flying one. How is that even possible? And yeah. And I'm just gonna say this. Suku has an ability to speak to any type of animal. And he figured that out when he was 3. And then he would just ask the flying bison, why you saved me? And yeah, flying bison would tell him, I was trying to protect you and your parents, but I was trying to save both your parents and you, but I wasn't able to. Yeah, the bison's surprised that he's able to hear his voice, but he doesn't mind it. Then he just takes him to the other 3, which he's been, pretty much all 4 of them have been just hanging out with each other. Because yeah, they've made a, all 4 of them are in harmony. Yeah, basically, the bison just takes Zuko to all the others. And Zuko's just watching how the bison's using the air to fly. Oh, and yeah, Zuko's gonna be a prodigy. Like the best prodigy there is. And then the bison hears wind. Like air getting moved around. And then the bison hides one of his eyes, look up. And then he sees that the boy's actually starting to use that wind. Starting to do air bending. Yeah. Like he's already doing the ball thing. Like pretty much where you can make a ball made out of air in your hands. Yeah, he's doing that already. And the bison in his head is like, he's already able to do that? Interesting. And yeah. Now we're gonna skip to when the bison gets to the others. And yeah, the other 3 are like, they're pretty much gonna be like, alright, hold on, I'm gonna make names for them. Give me a few to think of names. Okay, yeah, basically the dragon, okay, yeah. Basically the dragon, the I'm gonna say for this, the original waterbenders are giant fish. And which basically the dragon's name is Karaza. The Beechermole's name is Namaka. The giant fish name is Myrna, and flying bison, Tai Long. Yeah, basically the dragon be like, Tai Long, why do you have a child with you? Actually, he'd be like, Tai Long, welcome back. And yeah, he'd be like, thank you, Cruiser. Yeah. Then he asks, why do you have a child with you? It's like, I protected him from death. Yeah, Namaka would be like, what happened? Tai Long. And then Tai Long would say what happened. And yeah. And basically, Zuko would just be looking at all of them. And the way they look. And yeah, he would have to look down, because yeah, there's pretty much, yeah, there's a big pool of water, which the fish is in. Yeah, basically, Zuko's just looking at all of them. Yeah, basically, all of them don't trust humans that much. But then, and they see this 4-year-old, because that's what they see you as, just looking at Marna, and yeah, basically the Karaza isn't overprotective, just have smoke coming out of his nose, or snout. And then he would just look at Karaza and just be like, would just look for a few seconds and you the exact same thing. And he actually, yeah, actually no, he didn't do that. He would just be watching them carefully. And yeah, Tylon was weirded out how Zuko could talk to him easily. Zuko just walked down off of Tylon and sat on the ground. And yeah, he just sat down and just waited for them all to stop talking. Basically, he was just looking down and playing with his, pretty much playing with, pretty much making his thumbs hit each other. And he was just looking at them. Yeah, he's a very patient person. So yeah. And he says, why is his arrow? So yeah, Zuko will eventually be powerful. And yeah. Then pretty much when Kurzo was done arguing with Tylon just said, yeah, then he finished his argument pretty much with him. He was talking about pretty much telling him what happened. And yeah, pretty much Kurzo's just saying, you shouldn't have saved the kid. And yeah, but then he finally, then Tylon just almost about to say it, but then Zuko just looked up at him, just went like, yeah, Zuko just doesn't trust the other three yet, so he just walked over to Tylon and pretty much sat right under Tylon's head, like directly under it. At first, he was closer to the other three. Now it's way closer to Tylon. And then Tylon finishes with, you could. Then he's. Before Tylon could say anything, he just looked down for a second and saw the kid move closer to him. And yeah, then he just continues, and it's like. And he could even understand me for some reason. And yeah, pretty much, Karaza is like, and yeah. Then pretty much when all of them, pretty much when they start talking, pretty much finish talking, Zuko just says, you know, I could hear your entire conversation, right? And pretty much all of them, pretty much everyone except Tai Lung look at him and be like, you can understand us? It's like, yeah, perfectly. I've been able to speak to animals since I was 3. And yeah. They would ask, how old are you now? It's like, 4. And yeah. They're like, oh. And yeah, they would also know of quirks. And they would just ask. Then they would ask him, what's his quirk? And he'd be like, I don't have one. Then they would ask him about his favorite hero. Like, I I don't fanboy over any of them, but what I respect the most is Aizawa. The one they call Eraserhead. Yeah, basically you just say the one they call Eraserhead. And yeah, then the dragon would ask him, what's your opinion on animals? And yeah, he'd be like, I protect them with my life. And Kurosa's kind of likes it again now because, yeah, this is the one person in a long time he's met that's like that. And then she was about to sneeze. Oh, and then she starts to tell her she's about to sneeze. But then, before he could sneeze, he covers his mouth and goes like, and pretty much a gust of air comes out of his mouth. And the dragon's like, did he? And yeah, Tylon's like, yes, he did. Heck, I saw him making a ball of air on my way here. And yeah, Chris is like, he must be a prodigy at this and then. And he's like, apparently. And yeah, Tylon's like, I wonder, could he learn all the elements? And yeah, then basically, and yeah, Brianna and Namaka just go like, why don't we do this as a test to see if he can actually learn all our, if he can learn another, using another element, we could teach him all of them. And yeah, pretty much, Kurumsa is like, why not? I like this kid now. And yeah, Suku's slowly, yeah, Suku for a few months is just gonna be staying very, very close to Tylon. And basically in basically those months, he's at mass, and at the end of those months, Suku's been with Tylon the most. He's mastered the airbending. Yeah, then they do waterbending to get that out of the way. Actually, no, to get earthbending out of the way. Yeah, Suku can do it. Yeah, they can see that he doesn't have any trouble doing it. And he likes using neutral gene. Because, yeah, he still has his sight. But he likes to use neutral gene the most. But he will use the other two as well. Like, if he can't use his eyes, he can use neutral gene. So, yeah. Basically, it took him 4 months to master airbending. Then it took him 5 months to, it took him 8 months to master earthbending. That's 1 year. Well, that's a year and 2 months that he's been without. And he's a master family now. At this point. And yeah. And then they get to waterbending. And he gets that down in... actually no, he would just get all of them done in 4 months. So yeah, that would be... Okay, give me a second. Actually, scratch that. You could master each element in a year. So yeah, 4 years would pass. And for those 4 years, they have been letting him go back to the society for him to not lose his, be able to not lose his way of speaking. He can. But he likes staying at the, pretty much staying with them the most. And we skip to when he's 8 and he mastered all the elements. but he hasn't mastered the. Basically, he's mastered how to use them perfectly. Actually, no. Basically, okay, no, it's gonna take him 2 years to master each one. Scratch what I said before. It takes him 2 years to master each one. And yeah, he sees all 4 of them as family. So yeah, basically it takes him 2 years to master all those. So yeah, we skipped. So yeah, we skipped 8 years, and now Izuku is. Okay, so yeah, now Izuku is 12, and yeah, he is very smart. He is smart and Baku. That's all. That's obviously a good thing, because yeah, these 4 animals are thousands of years old. And originally they were in the Avatar world. And Karaza is a female dragon. Basically, yeah, and at this point, Shibu's at the grade he was in original. He's just waiting for the years to go by. Yeah, and we skip 2 more years. And yeah, at this time he's completed all his training, but he's still gonna live with them because yeah, they are family to him. And they see him as pretty much all 4 of them see Izuku as a younger brother. Because why wouldn't they? Since they've been with him for like, I don't know, 10 years? And yeah, basically, the teacher says, I know all of you want to be heroes, and yeah. Yeah. Zuko would just be like, yeah. And Zuko doesn't. Basically, everyone believes him about him being quirkless. But no one can ever hit him. So yeah. And he doesn't care about people pretty much bullying him. And pretty much everyone thinks she's him as a quirkless, useless person. But Zuko isn't the most powerful person in the world. Because 1, he has a power that can't be taken away by no one means in this world. You would literally have to kill him for it to work. So yeah. Okay, and yeah, at this point, Zuko just sees for the 8 years, pretty much the years that he's been, after the 2 years with training with Tai Long, basically when he finished his training with all of them, he saw Tai Long as a father figure, so Karaza as a mother figure, and he saw the Morana and Namaka as a sister and brother. And yeah, Morana is a female, Namaka is a boy, Karaza is a girl, and Tai Long is a boy. So yeah. Okay, give me a second. Okay, they're done. Okay, yeah. Basically, when the teacher says, I know all of you want to be heroes, pretty much, yeah, then the teacher just saw one person raise his hand and be like, no, actually just be like, no. Yeah, you just hear one person say, no. Yeah, and basically everyone would, yeah, basically Baki would be like, oh, you, pretty much be like, oh, you finally figured out that you're useless? It's like, no. I think being a hero is a waste of time. Yeah, basically all of them would be like, why you? And yeah, and the teacher would be like, calm down, calm down. And yeah, Zuko didn't apply for a UA. He didn't apply for anything. So yeah. And basically he's been using his parents' money, and since he doesn't live in the home, yeah, he's gonna be living, yeah, he's gonna have lots of money. Because he doesn't need taxes or anything like that. And basically all of them be like, oh, what are you gonna do that much? Yeah, and then the day is over, and yeah. So you can just, yeah, that Song Surveillance thing doesn't happen. Actually, wait, no, I'm gonna have it happen. So yeah, so we would go under that tunnel, and when he pretty much since the sludge villain, he just walked forward a little bit, and the sludge villain would come out, and then Zuko would just immediately turn around and pretty much breathe fire at it and killing it instantly. And basically, yeah, you would have pretty much have for the fires, you would have lightning and magma bending. For the wind, you would basically be able to fly with the wind, with air bending. For rock bending, he's able to bend metal. And for water, ice. So yeah. Oh wait, and crystal. I think crystal is a mix between water and fire. No, it would be a mix between rock and fire. So yeah. Zuko would also be able to bend crystals. And basically he would just fly away using air bending. And All Might would be still be searching for the sludge and never find it. And he never met Zuko. Yeah, basically all four of them are like, Sula, it's Zuko. So like, yeah, they know his name, so they call him Zuko. And like, it's Zuko. How was your day? And it's like, sorry about that. Anyway, she was like, it was fine. Although those idiots still bully me. And yeah, like, why don't you stand up for yourself? Like, I don't see the need for it. And yeah. And I don't hurt the weak. I only protect it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And we're gonna go to the 10 months. But yeah. Zuko would just be watching the exams. And pretty much watching these heroes. And yeah. he would just be in a disguise. Well, basically wearing a robe with a hood on it. And he also have a mask. Well, actually, no, he wouldn't have a mask. He would just have a robe that had a hood. So, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, then we get to the point where Araka gets stuck and the 0 point comes out. And he's about to step on her. And he, is getting ready to step on her. And he looks around and sees nobody going to get her, rescue her. And he's like, and yeah, he just goes like, pretty much, just goes like, and just immediately flies down. And then he breathes fire again. Pretty much breathes fire. And pretty much burns the 0 pointer to bits. Yeah, Araka, and then he just takes the rubble off her. Without her seeing his face. And just having it, just lower his voice enough where it can't be recognized and be like, "Are you alright, young lady?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine." And then he'd just fly away. Pretty much everyone in the teacher's lounge, well, yeah, that block that was watching over the students would be like, "Who the heck was that?" And yeah, no one would know who it is. Basically, yeah. And we're gonna skip to, yeah, and Zuko's just watching them. Yeah, Zuko, yeah, then, yeah, those were, yeah, and at this time, okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit of flashback to the end of at the beginning of the 10 months. And when Zuko came back to the cave, Zuko saw a dragon egg, and she's like, "Karaza, you find an egg?" And she's like, "Yeah, I finally did." It's like, "You get to be a mother." Yeah, he's pretty much happy for her, and she's like, "Of 2," and she's like, what? And yeah, he's like, what? And she's like, "Did you forget yourself again?" And he's like, just being embarrassed, like, yeah. She would just lightly, pretty much rub her finger against Suzuki's head and be like, "Ah," and yeah, that's why Zuko is like around them, but Zuko is just completely serious when he sees danger, sees someone in danger or a crime. So yeah, and basically, yeah, after that exam, Zuko just pretty much flew to the cave again and just pretty much told them what happened. Yeah, and they know what a true hero would be like. Because, yeah, that's pretty much what the Avatar was in their world. They were like, I'm guessing there's no true heroes there then. It's like, yeah, I guess so. But if I was there, I would be the only one there. And yeah, like, I think you'd count it heroes like, I don't see as a, I would rather be saving people as a hobby, not as a job. And yeah, they're like, that's totally you, it's not super true. I was like, yeah. And yeah, basically Suzu just says, I think I'll be watching over them just in case they get attacked. And they're like, that's a good idea, Suzu. You never know. I was like, yeah, you never know. Yeah, basically it's just Suzu just watching over them. And no one will ever find out that Suzu's there. He'll just be hiding himself in plain sight. And just, yeah, he can do that. Basically, all those animals taught him how to hide himself in plain sight. They can do it to you. So basically, Zuko's hiding himself way better than All Might. And yeah, All Might's just searching for a successor. And basically, yeah, Zuko is kind of getting interested in this Uraraka. And basically, when they have lunch, yeah, basically that lunch day, Suku is just on the very top, pretty much on the roof of the cafeteria, and pretty much Ito just asks what's her reason for becoming a hero, and when he hears her reasoning, he thinks maybe there's one true hero here. Well, an actual hero here for their own reasons, for a non-selfish reason. Other than that, I see no one else. And yeah, then he hears that alarm go off, and basically he just makes it so he's still invisible, but he searches the entire building, and then he sees a shadowy figure. And basically, he puts air around this person's head. And yeah, basically, he makes this person die from no oxygen. And this was Kirigiri. So yeah, basically they find out that someone that there was a person in the school stealing the reports, the schedules for the students, and yeah. Actually, no, it's just gonna be it'll be a random villain under Shigaraki. And yeah, he would just kill that villain and just disappeared. Well, went back. But pretty much the speaker would just pretty much, yeah, Ito would just say it's the parcel side. Yeah, they would just sit back down. Yeah. And let's get to the USJ. And unknown to Izuku, there was another person there. Another villain there. But this person didn't see Izuku. We just found that his friend, that the partner that he was working with, dead on the ground. And yeah, he just left the scene. And yeah, Izuku was basically watching Class 1A. And then he sees a purple portal. And he's like, wait a minute. And he sees the villains coming out. It's like, didn't I? And he thinks, there must have been another person. That's cool. I took to the schedule. It's like, damn it. And yeah, Suki just wears his cloak, and pretty much he just having himself come to the ground. And pretty much, everyone can see that this is the same person, exact same person that saved her at the entrance exam. Yeah, it's like, who the heck is this? And yeah, then she would just breathe out fire again and just kills all the villains except Shigaraki and Kirigiri. And they're like, what the hell is this? And then she would just... Yeah, and he has water capsule things. Yeah, the things that... Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, Suku basically just... Yeah, then basically Suku made Shigaraki and Kirigiri put into ice, and yeah, they escaped. And technically, since Suku wasn't there, yeah, nobody got the heroes, not even Ida. So yeah. And Aizawa tries to get him, but then Suku just flies away. Yeah, his hood hasn't been taken off at all. Basically, he's always been wearing a black robe. And yeah, during the time before or after school, at UA school hours, No, just you 8 hours. Zuko's been doing his vigilante work. And he's only been using fire and ice. Well, fire and water to make it seem like he's only has to can only use has a half and half quirk. But truly he does not. So yeah, now we're gonna skip to the sports festival. Oh yeah, and he did see Manette. Yeah, before he left, he looked down at the. Yeah, basically when he got to the. Like, high enough to where no one could grab him, he looked down at the students, and he saw Manette. Yeah, basically Manette was trying to grab one of the girls' body parts. Ugh. She could just made a fireball and just shot directly at Manette. And that Manette didn't saw it, just went like, just jumped out of the way and like, eep! And yeah. And Zuko decides, fuck it. And he takes off his hood. Actually, no, he doesn't. He just makes it enough to where they can see his eyes and mouth. And basically, actually, no, he just does it to where they can see his eyes and eyebrows. And he just makes an angry face directly at Manette. And yeah, I still see Zuko doing it, and he looks directly at Manette. And then, yeah, Aizawa walks back up there, and he sees a burnt mark on the ground, right next to one of the girls. And Aizawa's like, he must have been a perv. Was probably about to touch one of them. Yeah, Zuko's still there. Yeah, she was like, you know what? Fucking. And he pretty much blows away his. And he pretty much takes off in a low voice, low enough voice, well, just deep, but everyone can hear it. It's like, he just says, fuck it. And then he takes off his robe, and he throws it off. And then he burns it. Yeah, then Aizawa sees it's a 14-year-old. With long hair. Basically just floating in the air. Yeah. Raka just sees him, and it's like, he's cute, and yeah. She was like, yeah, then when Aizawa sees his face, dude, before anyone could say anything, basically Zuko just says, do not try to find me. And basically, yeah, he just flies away. Yeah, then we get to the sports festival, and basically Zuko's watching from above with the robe back on, but a different one. He had a red one, now he has a blue one. And basically he's been telling it before what? Oh yeah, and oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna make a name for the dragon that is 14 years younger than Zuko. Give me a minute to pick a name. Yeah, basically, this dragon is, and yeah, the 8 hatched pretty much 3 months later, so this dragon is a second. Okay, yeah. A month later, this egg finally hatched. So, and this dragon's name is Undis, and it's a male. And this male dragon is 9 months old. So yeah, then we get to the sports festival, and yeah, she was just watching the sports festival, and when he sees Rock and how she dies. He just doesn't. He just makes sure all of them are safe. And yeah, he's just been doing work. Just been doing vigilante work, and he's basically the best vigilante ever. And yeah, at this point, I'm pretty sure Stain did start doing his thing. And he has heard of this vigilante, which, yeah. It's because you do it, just saving people from any crime and taking out the people that's doing the crime. So yeah, and Stan has heard of this person, and he kind of likes what this person is doing. Yeah, between one night actually no, they call him a Punisher for now. So yeah, and Stan is meant to, and one night, and I'm gonna say this is the night after the sports festival, he meets, basically one night after the sports festival is you can meet Stain. And it's so good to see Stain, and yeah, he just gets ready for a fight. So no, he doesn't, yeah, no, they don't meet. Yeah, basically after the sports festival, pretty much they eat it, the Sting arc happens. And yeah, before Ida gets killed off, Suki their partner just drops in and kicks, before Sting could do anything to Ida, pretty much the Punisher just tapped Sting on the shoulder. And yeah. And Sting would look right above it, and then the Punisher would be like, hey, and he just punch him right on his head. And yeah, Sting would be like, get out of my head. Then as you would just knock Ida out easily. And yeah, Sting would be like, a fake hero. And it was like, do I look like a fake hero to you? Yeah, Stan would stop for a second and look at him like, oh no. It's like, thank you. I don't like to be held with the heroes. I'd rather call myself a bane of the villains. The one that balances evil and good. And that's things like, so, what are you? It's like, I am what you are saying, but I have not killed yet. Actually, no, you are kind of the same, but we have our different reasons in what we kill. You kill the fake heroes. I kill whoever I must. And I see too dangerous for this world. And yeah, it seems like I like you. She was like, what? Forgive me, Stain, but I'm gonna have to take you in. for the crimes you committed, you must go down. And that seems like, let's do it then. And yeah, basically they fight, and yeah, Zane can't get a single hit on Suku because yeah, Suku's on the ground now. And yeah, Suku wins in the end. It seems like you're pretty good. It's like, thank you. Even though you're saying that to a kid. Saying but like what? And then Suku would just take off his hood and be like, I'll take that compliment, even though I'm a kid. It seemed like, even if you're a kid, you're good. You're amazing as a kid. Yeah, Stan was thinking, how would this kid work? Pretty much how powerful would this kid be when he is an adult? And yeah, he would put his hood back on and be like, now, let's take you to the police. And yeah, Stan would pretty much let his defeat be just admit his defeat. Yeah, then we just go to the police station, and yeah, they hear a thump outside their doors, and they see Sting. And yeah, the whole world sees that Sting was captured. Then we get to the sports festival. And, oh yeah. No, we get to the training camp. And those villains attacked, and when Koda's about to get attacked by Muscular, Suki just makes a air barrier in front of Koda and pretty much in front of Muscular, and he's about to punch. Yeah, and that pretty much just cuts his hand a lot to where it's almost gone. Well, basically where the moment he would touch that barrier, it would just hurt him. Like, ah. And Suku just popped out and just be like, kid, are you alright? And yeah, Koda would be like, who are you? And yeah, Koda would be like, and Suku would be like, I am no one. Now, leave, kid, before you get hurt. Yeah, Koda, yeah, then Muscular would just be like, what the hell are you? And it's like, I am a human that will not be known by history. And neither will you. And then Suku removes his just disperses his air barrier and just does a big gust of Suku has blue fire. And he just does a big gust of blue fire. Yeah, basically Suku's just been using his red fire. Then he uses blue fire instead and just breathes blue fire and pretty much destroys Muscular to where he would die almost instantly. So yeah. Koda was scared and she would be like, I thought I told you to leave. Yeah, Koda would run away. Back to the house. Yeah, then Suku would just deal with the other villains. And yeah, Suku would just be would just be knocking out the others one by one. And when he saw Dobby, he'd just be like, yeah, he pretty much used all Dobby's fire and put it onto Dobby. Pretty much just pretty much took away all Dobby's fire. Pretty much any fire that Dobby would use, basically Suku, yeah, basically when Suku saw Toga, Suku, oh yeah, I'm just gonna say this. For some reason, yeah, he has so much knowledge now that he can read minds and see the past of other people. So yeah. When Susu sees Toga, basically he just, yeah, and this is when she got pinned down. And then Zuko just starts walking out of the trees. And yeah, Zuko just takes off his hood. And yeah, he just has a sad face on. Because he really doesn't because he doesn't like seeing females going to the bad side. And yeah, then she's about to go for him, but then he just taps her head and sees what happened to her. Yeah, and basically he just pushed her back a little by doing that. And then in his eyes just looks more sad. And yeah, basically he sees it. Yeah, basically he just sees that everyone as a pretty much anyone that goes to this bad side for reasons that actually would bring them to the good side. Well, actually, some reasons that pretty much they got a bad situation. Yeah, Zuko just. Yeah, basically, Zuko just. Yeah, and Zuko is the tallest. It's pretty much half All Might's size. Yeah, Zuko just slowly take off his robe. And he would let it fall down. And yeah, Zuko has like 1,000 scars on his body. And he would just hold out his pretty much Toga was about to attack him again, go for him again, but this time she sees that he's just putting out his hand. Just pretty much holding out his arms. With his eyes closed. Towards her, pretty much Toga is like shocked. Because yeah, but she was just having it so pretty much just showing the emotions of you need a hug. And yeah, Toga would actually go for it. Would try to stab him, but then Zuko would just grab the knife. Would grab the knife, take it off her hands, and just hug her. And he doesn't like seeing anyone in pain, especially if it's a woman. And yeah, basically Zuko just says, let it all out. You've been through pain and suffering. Let it all out. And yeah, didn't tell her about it. You know nothing, Orange would say, you know nothing of what happened to me. What I've been through. He's like, right, I don't. But I've been through something a little bit like yours. Little by little. That's enough for me to understand. Yeah, Toga would just cry into his arms, and yeah, he would just ruffle her hair like, there. Now. He just hold out his hand and be like, here. And yeah, she would grab it and get out, and yeah, she would be like, please don't be a villain anymore. Just find another way to get your blood fetish. Try to get over your blood fetish. Just try. And yeah, she would actually want to try. Because Yuku's just one of the number one one of the one people that actually understands her situation almost completely. And yeah, she would actually, and she was like, "Come with me." And yeah, she would go with him. And he would put his robe back on, grab his robe and put it back on. And yeah, Arunogo would just ask, "Who are you?" Just ask me. Then she would be like, "Wait," and he would just turn around and be like, and she would ask, "Who are you?" And it's like, "I am no one important. All you need to know is that I go by the Punisher." And yeah, Toga kind of likes him even more because, yeah, she just has her, and basically, she just says, "Get on my back. What is your name?" And she like, "Toga." It's like, "Toga." It's like, "Get on my back, Toga." And she would get on his back, and yeah, Toga would just fly away. And basically, she would just be like, "I will make sure that if those villains ever find out that you betrayed them, that you left them, I will not. I will make sure you are protected, and they will never find you." Yeah, basically, she just falls asleep on Ishiga's back. And yeah, basically, when he gets back to his, basically, yeah, the villains retreat, and then he gets back to the cave, and pretty much all four of them are like, "Zuko, get back." And it's like, "Yes." Yeah, then Kurosa would see a girl on his back, and like, "Kurosa, Zuko?" It's like, "Yes." Yes, it's like, "Why do you have a girl on it?" And yeah, then he would tell her exactly this girl's situation. Yeah, Kurosa would be like, what do you want to do?" It's like, I want her to live here from now on." Yeah. And yeah, basically we skip to, yeah, basically we get to the next morning, and Toga finally wakes up on a bed that is basically Zuko's bed. Yeah, Zuko's grabbed his bed from his old home because he knows that's how where that is. And he had it pretty much been sleeping on that bed for a while, well, a few months. Then Zuko's got used to sleeping on the floor, and he hasn't used it since. And yeah, and he's pretty much just took it in his bed. Yeah, should just be sleepy, well, although like half awake and just like, and yeah, basically she would be like, "You're finally awake, Toga." And yeah, he wouldn't have his robe on. Basically, he wouldn't have his shirt on either. And yeah, she would just be blushing, and she'd be like, and she was like, "Forgive me." And he would put his shirt on, like, "So, Toga, is it fine with you if you ever, if you, would it be fine with you if you lived in the wild?" And yeah, she was like, "It's fine with me," and she's like, "Thank you. So from now on, you'll be living it with me." And she'd be like, "Oh, hey." It's like, the League of Villains would try to find you if you were in the League of those villains would be able to find you if you were in the city, but not in the wild. So from now on, you'll be living with me." And yeah, basically we get to the next UA event. Basically, Zuko's just, yeah, basically Zuko's taught, yeah, basically we're gonna just yeah, we're just fast forward to pretty much the overhaul arc, and and Zulu just finds this area where all those students are at, and Zulu sees a little girl with bandages, and basically at this point, who's basically just looking down, and he sees a little girl with a horn and bandages. Yeah, this is eerie, and so you just like, so you could just slowly floats down from the ground, and this is the part where there's a hole in the arch, in that part of the pretty much where that scene was going on. Yeah, Zigu was basically in the sky, and then Zigu's pretty much went down to the ground, and when he finally got to the ground where Nadai, and pretty much all the way to the ground where Overhaul, pretty much where that floor where Overhaul, Nadai, and Mario were at, he sees the little girl in Overhaul. He sees how Overhaul looks, and pretty much he just puts Overhaul in a pretty much a barrier of, pretty much puts him in a ball of fire where Overhaul can't move at all. Actually, no, he would put him in a barrier, a ball of air. Then he would walk towards Eri. Yeah, pretty much Nade would just, basically, Nade still has Mario and Eri in his arms. And then when he looks back, he just sees a new person there, just walking towards him. And Shuku just take off his robe and take it off. And just be walking towards them, basically, and now they can see dozens of scars on this kid. Like, it's more than Eri. And that's only because of his training he had to do to learn how to live in the wild and stuff like that. And so once he got close to them, he just got onto one knee and put his hands out for Eri, and Eri slowly went over to him. Nare just said, "Don't go near him," and Mario tried to do something, but then Shuku just and before Zuko before Eri started coming towards him, before Zuko had his arms out for a hug, Zuko, and Zuko started singing, just saying this. Then Zuko started singing this. And and he did that as soon as he held out his hands to her. Eri started walking towards him. And basically, Nada said, "Don't go near him," and Suki was just then when Eri got into his arms, he just slowly hugged her. And basically, Sue just made his body warm. Actually, he saw her scars and just made his body just for a temperature for her to calm down. Because yeah, he could tell she was scared out of her mind. So he just made his temperature to a point where she would calm down and pass out. Yeah. Then he pretty much laid her down and she was asleep. And yeah, he let her down on the ground and just turned around and he just went in the way she looked at Overhaul scared, and yeah, she could immediately tell this Overhaul was the cause of her wounds. And he just pretty much went from calm to bloody pissed off. So yeah, you could just release a lot of blood pressure. It went without Eri. So yeah. Yeah, Overhaul was freaking scared out of his mind. And she was like, "You've hurt a child. For that, you will die." And basically, Zuko just stomped the ground, and two borders came out of the ground. And he pretty much shaped them into spikes. And then he just threw him straight at Overhaul, and yeah, Overhaul couldn't do a thing to move or just quirk. So yeah, Overhaul got stabbed right through his heart with both of them combined. Basically, both of them slowly became smaller and smaller to the point where it would hit his head and brain at the same time. Actually, no, he didn't do that. He basically, when he made him into a nail-like shape, he basically threw him right at Overhaul and basically made him go in. Made both the boulders that looked like that were pretty much sharp as day, well, as sharp as they can be, pretty much separate and become needles. And basically, yeah, those needles just stabbed Overhaul all over his body and basically making him feel the same pain as Eri. Times 1,000. And she was like, "You are not done yet." And then Zuko just bring his fire back. He just releases the fire he had around him, and it does a blue fire breath. And basically that killed Overhaul. Then Zuko just turns back around. Yeah, then pretty much Night-Eye Zuko just walked over to Eri to pick her up. And then Night-Eye went over to Zuko and touched his arm. Was searching for what he was going to do to Eri. And yeah, he found that to this girl, and he found that he was just going to protect her as much as possible. Yeah, then Night-Eye just fondly passed out. With a smile, like a tiny smile on his face. Yeah, she could just, like, he could just brush this girl's hair back, and just went like, poor little thing. And yeah, Mary was like, "What are you gonna do?" And she was like, "Ask your mentor when he wakes up. He should know." Yeah, then she just flies away with the Eri. Yeah, then when he gets back, pretty much all four of them see Zuko just holding a little girl with a lot of bandages on her. Well, actually, no, the bandages are gone. Basically, they all see Zuko with a little girl, even Toga. And Toga's like, oh my god, what happened to her? And she was like, someone by the name of Overhaul did this. I am for yeah. Kazura kind of sees that she has something like a dragon horn. And yeah, basically, yeah, she pretty much all 5 of them are gonna, well, 6 of them are gonna start caring for Eri. Yeah. Basically, yeah, we're just gonna skip 2 minutes. Zuko's an adult. And I say this is when he's 20. Yeah, Eri just sees Zuko as a papa, sees Toga as a mama. And yeah, basically Zuko and Toga are dating. I've been dating for years. And pretty much the Hero Society, yeah, basically the Punisher no longer exists in the society. And yeah, portal opens. And it looks like the Avatar thing. And yeah, it's basically gonna be a time where basically there's gonna be at a point where, like, pretty much a year before Aang pretty much Avatar disappeared from the world for 100 years. Pretty much a year before that happened. It is pretty much all 7 of them walked in there. And yeah, at this point, the dragon is... Oh yeah, Zuko is 24, actually. And the dragon is 14. And yeah. And Eri was 4 at that point, so she's 18. So yeah, Eri's 18 at that point. And yeah, pretty much Eri and Toga have mastered all the elements as well. So yeah. And basically they find themselves, yeah, pretty much all 7 of them find themselves, wait, would it be 7 or 8? Hold on, no, I'll double check. Yeah, all 8 of them find themselves somewhere in, pretty much at one of the air temples. Yeah, then we're gonna skip a year, and yeah, they got used, and yeah, basically, the 4 original benders of element benders just tell them about this world. Yeah, Zuko, Eri, Toga, and Undead are used to this world now. I guess it's our new home. And yeah, basically, Zuko, and I pretty much just fly to, basically it's usually Kazura, Namaka, Nama, Taiwan. Just tell the 3 to find it. Just can you tell everyone but Undead to find a isolated island or home in probably 100 okay, yeah, basically Zuko would pretty much, yeah, when Zuko finds out about what happened, pretty much when he sees Aang, and then we get to a night where Zuko just sees Aang going away, and then Zuko sees Aang doing that thing to hibernate himself. Zuko just tells everyone but on this area in Toga to find a place to find a isolated area for and stay there for 100 years. And yeah, pretty much on this Toga and area, like, why is it? It's like, I'm gonna have to do something. I won't like it, but we're gonna have to do it. I'll see you guys in 100 years. And yeah, the Toga area and Undis are. It's like, what are we doing? She was like, come to the water with me. Yeah, pretty much they go to the water, and basically, Suku finds it exactly where Ain is at, and pretty much makes a pretty much. Then he does the same exact thing Ain did in his Avatar City, but far better. Just to make it so everyone that is around him can survive in it for as long as possible, which is technically going to be for they can survive in it for eternity, technically. But they would still hibernate for 100 years. Then we're going to skip 100 years, and yeah. You know what I'm giving say. And yeah, basically, yeah, we skip 100 years to when Katara and Sokka found Aang. And basically, Zuko's been he's been just counting it in his sleep. In his mind, he's been counting for the 100 years. And then, at the exact moment, Aang is released. They pretty much see another iceberg light, and yeah, basically they see another iceberg light up. Oh, and Zuko basically has his own version of the Avatar state, but it's far different. Basically, his eyes turn red when he's in his Avatar state. It's basically pretty much 100. Pretty much, Zuko has a million of past lives. You know, all those past lives have martial arts skills and bending skills. So yeah, Zuko is pretty much far better than Aang. And the great deity did this for Zuko to make him far more powerful. Yeah, basically, then a little bit after Aang introduced himself and his bison Appa, they see another then Aang just hears cracking from an iceberg right next to theirs. And pretty much all of them look over and they see a person, pretty much pretty much 3 people in there. And yeah, basically Ares' horn has pretty much disappeared. Now all of them just look like normal people. Yeah. Pretty much all of them just wear clothing from the waterbenders. Well, they have a mix between a water and firebender clothing. Oh, and Unjust can breathe fire. So yeah. Wait, no, Unjust already knows how to use fire. So, Unjust is a dragon, so yeah, of course he's gonna breathe fire, and yeah, basically, yeah, Zuko, yeah, then, pretty much, Aang looks close to the person in the middle, and then you see his person's eyes completely red, and then basically pretty much the iceberg just breaks apart, and pretty much all of them just laying on their feet, and you could just watch them. It's like it's stretching like, how long has it been? Yeah, and pretty much the elder, pretty much those elder, yeah, by now they're gonna be elders, the four, and yeah, they all sense that Suku's, pretty much they're woken up, awake again, and they would wake up as well. Well, yeah, actually no, they're just like, finally he's awake. Yeah, he would just be stretching like, how long has it been? How long? Wait, hold on. How long has it been? Again. It's like, I don't remember. It's been 100 years since I last woke up. Yeah, pretty much. Angle just you just airburn and they go over there and be like, hi, I'm Angle. What's your name? And he's like, Zuku. And yet, basically, Angle like, cool, you have a dragon. What's his name? He's like, Undis. And that those two are Eri and Toga. Yeah, pretty much all three of them would just have their heads tilted and be like, those are weird names. It's like, we'll deal with it. Yeah, basically, yeah. And that's where I'm gonna end it off for now.